Welcome to Stitch 20 of the Knitter's Gotta Knit podcast.
How are y'all today? We are at work. It feels a little weird still doing it at work and trying to find a room and just getting organized. It's kind of a little bit hard, so bear with us. Hopefully it'll get easier to do.
Yeah, and it's been a while. It's been about a month. So Darlene has vacation coming up. I have vacation in like just another week or so. So we do know that the next one we're going to shoot for the 20th of June, and then the next one we'll shoot for the 11th of July, which will put us at 2-3 week intervals, and hopefully we can stick with that and see how that goes. But it does help that, you know, we can do it while we're at work, and, you know, it's summertime and kids are out and, you know, tons of stuff going on. But thanks for all the input that everybody gave us on that, and I guess we'll just see how we've been doing. Have you?
Well, I haven't really been doing a whole lot. I don't have any, told Carrie I don't have anything to talk about, so I guess I haven't been doing anything, you know, I mean, other than just shop work and work around the house. And my daughter, Shyla, her and Tim bought a house, and they are moving this weekend.
That's very exciting.
I'm really excited for them. So Shyla had a crazy Memorial weekend because she runs a campground, and she was putting in like 16 to 18 hour days the whole weekend, which is crazy because, you know, she employs a bunch of young people. Not saying all young people are flakes, but a bunch of hers are. And you know, she had a couple of girls call in on a long weekend. Okay, I would fire them for that. Unless they could show that they were really sick, I would. And I think she may have fired one of them, but the other one may have really been sick. But I mean, that's, you know, these planned sick days. You know, it's just ridiculous. So, but anyway, so she had to pick up the slack. So she didn't get to move this past weekend. And I think Tim moved a little bit of stuff into the house, but she was able to take off work long enough for me and Bruce and Shannon and Nina to meet them at the new house and show us the house, and it's just beautiful.
Oh, that's so exciting!
I'm really happy for them. But
you're gonna have to send me some pictures
I think I did. I will send you.
I'll insert them here.
I think there's a couple on Facebook.
I had the first one, obviously. You know, right before they closed.
Yeah.
So.
And then I think they have one where they're holding a sold sign.
Aww,
but I'll send it to you. It's on Facebook, but
okay.
I'll see if I can find it.
And I'll get some inserted here.
So.
I've had a crazy few 4 weeks. I've had a lot going on, actually. I had 2 granddaughters that had birthdays. So Catalea turned 5 and Alexis turned 5. I went to Catalea's birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. So took Antonio, and they had a great time. I think I have a picture of Antonio acting like a complete dork sitting with Catalea that I'll insert. And Mother's Day came and went. We had a great Mother's Day. Went over to my mom's house, and my dad grilled, and, you know, got to see the whole family and just hang out, and I loved that. My mom did have a surgery a few weeks ago. So I think I've mentioned before, my mother has cancer, and it's a very manageable cancer. And every once in a while, she has these lesions or tumors or whatever. I'm not a doctor, I know nothing about this stuff. But if they get a little bit too big, or they're not shrinking with the medication that she takes, or they don't seem to be reacting, they go in and do this like embolization. I actually think she had like her liver embolized the day after the First Lady did, or I think the First Lady had her kidney done.
I think it was right there,
somewhere around that time. And so she had this done before November of 2016, and she just had to go in and have it done again. This time they did both the left and the right lobe. So she was a little bit more sore than the first time when she had it done about 1.5 years ago. But she's doing great. I didn't have really anything to knit on in the hospital, so I started her socks, which is one of the things that I'm working on. These socks were from Jessica. The yarn was from Jessica. Yep. Thank you, Jessica. And my mom said she loved it because it's the Germany flag. So knitting on these socks. And then other than that, with my knitting, I think I've kind of been in a funk.
have been too, and I think that's why I've been like looking at so many other things, because I think I've came to the realization that I'm really not a sweater wearer, you know, like a cardigan wearer. So, you know, I just don't know. And I mean, even though there's a bunch of beautiful patterns out there, I just don't know that I will wear them. And then, you know, we have shawls, and it's like, nothing is exciting me. So I've been looking at a lot of crochet, except the bad thing about that is I don't know how to crochet that good. So, so you know, it's. Well,
it's one of those things that you can learn. You didn't know how to knit that good at one point in time.
Casey just sent me a picture. I guess he's.
It looks like he's hurt his foot. I'm gonna have to insert that.
Yeah.
What is that? What happened?
I don't know.
Okay.
He just sent me a text and said, "Look at this." Oh, okay, your foot's falling off, but okay.
Ouch.
Yeah, that beats me.
Ouch.
So, but yeah, I've kind of been in a funk too, you know, and I wanted to cast on something easy to knit during the podcast. I didn't get that done, and so I feel like I haven't been doing a lot of knitting.
I think I've kind of been in a funk as well. A few weeks ago, I was just kind of sitting around, and I was like, I don't feel like knitting, and I don't feel like watching TV, and I don't know what's wrong with me, so I'm just going to get out of this funk. And I pulled the treadmill out of my garage. Now, I've had that treadmill in my garage for years. Jaime says, I remember moving that thing. And me and exercise, we're kind of like oil and water. It's just like not my thing. But I thought, you know, getting older and I'm in this funk, maybe if I, you know, like get up and exercise or, you know, do something fun or, you know, get some more energy or whatever, I'll feel better. So I have been exercising and eating a little bit better, and slowly I'm getting a little bit of my knitting mojo back.
That's good.
Yeah, so I've worked on the socks, and I've worked on Paige's hat and on her cowl. I have those in the finished objects and stuff, but the other thing I wanted to mention was my niece graduated.
Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah, I think her actual ceremony is tonight, so congratulations, Grace. She is going to SMU in the fall semester. She's going to do a 5-year program. I know my sister and my brother-in-law are thrilled. My sister did a graduation party, even though the ceremony's tonight. She did this graduation party at one of Grace's friends' house, and I had Antonia with me. Paige was coming to the graduation party later. She was going to come from work to the graduation party. It was on a Saturday, a couple Saturdays ago, and so I took Antonia with me, and Jaime was with me, and my parents were there, and my sister was there with her kids and the whole 9 yards, and Paige came a little bit later. And my sister had told me that there weren't going to be any other children there, and I said, Antonia will do okay. You know, if I have the iPad with me, you know, I can put some headphones on him or whatever, and he can sit quietly and watch something. I said, I think he'll do fine. So I took him, and it turns out there was another little girl there. Now, she was older than Antonia. I think she was about 8 or 9. And so they were playing in the whole 9 yards, and it was really a very beautiful home and very large. And so the house seemed to be kind of like in a circle, and when you went out to the backyard, the house kind of surrounded it, and there was this pool in the middle. And Antonio knows how to swim. My brother-in-law's terrified that somebody's going to fall in a pool and, you know, die.
I'm right there with him, man.
Yeah. And so Antonio's like, can I go in the pool? I'm like, you cannot go in the pool, but you can go outside. And of course, Jim wanted to know if he falls, is everything okay, you know. And I said, I'll be going in and out. I'll be checking on him. You could peek outside and see in the whole 9 yards. And so he was playing outside with this little girl, and they had this little ball. And I think it belonged to the dog, actually, because they had this cute little dog. And so Antonio comes running inside. He's like, Grandma, the ball went into the pool. And I said, okay, don't get in the pool. Don't get in the pool, I'm coming. And so he goes outside, and at the pool, I could see, actually I just had to walk right around to this little waterfall thing, and the ball was kind of right there at the edge. But I'm sure it wasn't at the edge when he ran in to come tell me. But I had told Antonio, don't get in the pool. Well, the pool has just this one ledge step off. So you can step into the pool, and you're only in 5 inches of water, and then there's more steps, and then you go more into the pool. So we go outside, and what does Antonio do? He puts his foot in the water, and then his next foot in the water so he can reach over to go and get the ball. And I said, Antonio, I told you not to get in the pool. He goes, oh, I thought you said get in the pool. And I said, no, I said don't get in the pool. So then he's, I don't have a change of shoes. I don't have a change of socks, and that's all that's wet. So it was okay. I went in and I got some paper towels, and of course, I cleaned off his feet because now he has to go back into the house barefoot. And so I was a little bit embarrassed, but I talked to my sister later when we had celebrated
they were fine.
my mom's birthday, and she said, I don't think anybody even noticed. I was like, well, I noticed. I cleaned his feet off, and I told him, I said, no more running back and forth, back and forth. You're in the house, stay in the house. I cleaned your feet, whatever. So we stayed there, and Paige got there later, and I said, don't get mad at him. It was an easy mistake, Of course, I spoiled the crap out of Antonio, but it was like, Grandma, I thought you said get in the pool. And I was like, no, I said don't get in the pool. But anyway.
Well, that's funny. But it's too tempting to get in a pool whenever there's a pool in the backyard and it's 900 degrees outside.
No, it wasn't 900 degrees that day, but it has been. It has felt like 900 degrees here.
Oh my gosh, I'm just so
recently
ready for summer to be over.
It's hardly started.
So the other day, actually it was Sunday, Nina and Shannon were down. They were down for the weekend, and when they were leaving, we were standing out in the driveway, and I could see something in the top of my tree. And Nina and I saw it at the same time. See that thing? Mm-hmm. That's a web.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I'll insert a picture.
And so we were like, Nina was a professional, like a real professional tennis player, and she's a tennis coach now. But because she's old, she's like 30. And in fact,
I think that's old in tennis days.
Her birthday's coming up, and she said, man, I'm fixing to be 31, and that just seems like it's so much older than 30. We were like, yeah, it's like a year. It's a year. 1 year older than 30. It was funny. But anyway, she had this rope that she was playing with Katie, their dog, in the front yard. And she would throw the rope, and Katie would bring it back. Well, we saw this. We both spotted that thing at the same time. So she's wadding this rope up, and she's trying to hit that, whatever that is. And she does hit it a few times, and it's like not even like budging. Well, I told Bruce, I said, I don't know what's in there, but I'm kind of going to run when we figure it out, because this thing was huge. And Bruce had to take Nina and Shannon back to the truck stop because they needed to leave. Shannon had to pick a load up. Well, when Bruce got back, I told him, I said, let's cut that down and see what it is. I thought there was going to be like a humongous spider that I could tell y'all a great story about a spider. No, it was disgusting. It was a bag full of worms.
Oh, those are those bagworms.
And that's what I told Bruce. I said, I don't know what that means. I don't know if our tree has a funk.
It is. It's a fungus.
Know. But I mean, and so Bruce is burning them.
Oh well, good. I'll insert that picture
it
too.
was just disgusting. It was just disgusting.
So I think when it was years ago, I don't remember what I was doing, but we were like driving down, some road or whatever, and I would see those things, those big things like on trees, and there would be some that
were big.
There'd be some trees that would have a lot of them, and I think it was my mom or my dad, I don't remember, that told me they had like an arborist in Oklahoma, and I guess they had the same worm here in Texas. And they said those are worms. We call them bag worms because they make bags. They make like these
like a web.
Yeah,
like
this
a web
that looks like a sack, like a bag, and it like can cover like a whole branch or whatever. But I haven't seen one in a while.
So I don't know what to do about it. I mean, I guess I need to do some research and see if it killed my pecan tree, Bruce would be like okay with that, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I really don't want it to kill the pecan tree.
I think if you caught it that quickly.
We didn't see any more. We just saw that one.
And if you see another web starting to take shape, I think you just need to cut down that limb and
maybe so. But I was expecting like a big spider. I could tell y'all a big spider story, but I don't know.
She gets to tell you a worm story.
That was gross.
Ugh.
I know.
I'm not a big yard person, so.
Well, we're not either. We don't have.
But her yard is beautiful.
Well, my yard is pretty, but I have a husband that takes care of it. But I don't have flower beds. I don't have like fountains or anything in my yard. I don't have, we're not flower bed people. We have some shrubs in the front, and then we have some red tips in the back, and Bruce is like, if I have to weed eat around it, it's out of here, you know, because we don't want any, you know, he just wants to get the yard work done as quick as possible, and I don't want to do it, so I'm fine with that. But I gotta tell you, I know I told you this, but Shyla, a couple of weeks ago, she went to the coast to go. She loves to fish. My daughter loves to fish. And my son-in-law works at the coast a lot, so Shyla, she went to the coast and spent a couple of days with Tim, and while he was slaving away working, she was fishing. And she caught a couple of fish, and she saw a sea turtle, which is cool.
That is cool.
And she saw some dolphins. But it was like at 11:30 in the morning, and she sends Tim this message and says, these canned pina coladas are really good. And he sent her a text back and said, glad to see you're staying hydrated. At 11:30 in the morning. It was funny. So I sent her a YouTube video of Little Big Town, you know, that song Day Drinking. I sent her that. So,
yeah.
But
that's cute.
Yeah, she was.
That's cute.
Tim was like, I'm glad you're staying hydrated, honey.
Hey, that's like a vacation. On vacation, I'm drinking at 11:30.
Well, we do. We're like breaking
Well, they're
out
on a motorcycle at 11:30.
Well, no, I meant me and you.
Yeah.
Not me and Bruce. me and you.
Even me and Jaime, I'm not, I'm drinking, But.
So, no, we don't start drinking until nighttime. But it was funny. He was like, I'm glad to see you're staying hydrated. It's pretty funny.
That is cute. That is cute.
But,
and speaking of vacations and drinking, Jaime's a motorcycle rider, and I know you guys know that Darlene and her husband are motorcycle riders, and I just ride on the back with Jaime. And so there's this rally that's in Austin, Texas every year, and it's like the second weekend of June. So we're fixing to go to that. I think we leave a week from today. So it goes from a Thursday to Sunday, but Jaime has an RV, so we take the RV up and set it up on Wednesday, and then just stay the night, and then keep going with that. And then I took the following Monday off because there's a lot of drinking going on at this rally.
A lot of drinking
Going on at the rally. And so usually I'm pretty hungover by Sunday, and I figure I'll need another day to be a little bit better. But we didn't go last year, and we didn't miss it that much, and a lot of us friends didn't go last year. And the year before that, we went in a tent. Trust me, we will never go in a tent again, because in a tent you have no air conditioning. At least with the RV, we have air conditioning, and so during the day, we can go into the RV and have air conditioning. But the temperatures next week when we go to this rally in Austin are all expect to be in the hundreds, like 105, 106.
It's going to be miserable.
It's going to be so
It's going to be
hot.
so miserable.
So, but you know what? If you're inside in the air conditioning, that's lots of knitting time,
that's true.
So, but so we're excited about that. And then shortly after I get back, Darlene leaves with her husband, and I think they're riding. Their plan is to the Smoky Mountains.
I think so. I think that's the direction we're planning on going. But that could all change depending on the weather. We never make reservations wherever we're going. We don't really have a destination. Now, last year we had a destination because we went to Oregon because I wanted to meet Michelle and Leslie. So that was a real destination that year. But normally we don't ever have a destination, and we don't we make reservations. We just kind of like fly by the seat of our pants, and if we're heading one direction and decide to go another direction, that's what we do. And so we think we want to go east this year and to the Smoky Mountains and up in there. And I would really like to go to Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, and
see Punxsutawney Phil. Okay.
Yeah.
Is he so after he's seen his shadow or hasn't seen his shadow, is he living in a house somewhere?
I think he has a cage.
He has a cage.
He has a
and
cage.
Just kind of hangs out.
I think so.
All right.
And so I think it would be kind of cool to go see a whole town devoted to a groundhog.
I think that would be cool.
Hilarious. So we may do that, or we could wake up and end up in Montana. We don't know where we're going to go.
To go to Montana.
I mean, I love Montana and I love Wyoming, so and I like it for the roads. I like it for the wide open spaces and the no traffic and the, you know, the no people, basically. So I don't know where we're going to go, and we really won't know for sure until we pull out on the 23rd.
Yeah.
So, but
we'll have a great time, and I'll miss her terribly.
I'll miss you too.
I'll be crying. You guys all have to send me messages and keep me company, because I'll be crying.
And it's not like we don't talk. We talk every single day.
We do talk every single day. You know, she tells me where they're at and how many miles they rode that day.
Well, and I turn on my location so she can
I can follow her.
Which I do for multiple reasons. One is so she knows where we're at, and two, so she knows where we're at. I mean, because if somebody don't hear from us that day, you know, at least, you know, her and Shyla will be able to say, well, this is where they were the last, you know, kind of narrow it down.
Right.
For a safety thing.
Of course.
You know.
I can turn on my location for you, but I'll just be in Austin.
She'll just be drinking.
Just be stuck in Austin.
I got to tell you the funniest story. So Cecilia took Brinley to go get her nails done at this fancy, I have a picture I'll show you, this fancy nail salon. I mean, it was fancy. Well, Nina and I went and got our toes done on Sunday, and I texted Cecilia and I was like, Nina and I are getting our nails done, but we're at a ghetto shop. We're not at this fancy
the high-end
fancy shop. We're at the neighborhood ghetto shop.
I think that's what we got my mom for Mother's Day. I think my sister got a couple gift certificates.
A ghetto shop?
No, just for pedicures. Just for toe pedicures. I don't know what kind of shop it was.
I like pedicures. I mean, I know every time I go in to get my pedicure, they all look at my fingers like, man, you need something done there. But
I don't think they look at I don't look at your fingers.
Oh, they do. It's their business.
I know, but you can just tell them you're doing your toes.
Think they look what? They don't need nothing. They look fine. So
she's a nail biter.
I know, it's a terrible habit. So
all right, well, I guess maybe we should talk about knitting. We've talked a little bit about knitting. I know this isn't going to be the longest podcast, and you would think that we would have like 5 hours of stuff because it's been a month.
It has been, and the thing is I make notes and leave them at home, and then I need to like start making notes and keeping it in my knitting bag.
Maybe we just suck as podcasters.
So I think that might be it. So, but I do have a finished object. Can I start with that?
Yeah, go for it.
I finished my fade.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It really is beautiful. Well, it's upside down, but and wrong side out.
Well, you know I'm going to insert a picture anyway, guys. I'll just take a picture of it on the table or something. No. It's hard to get a whole picture of it. I'll probably use Darlene's pictures of when she was blocking it, but it is absolutely stunning. I love it.
I really love it. So,
and I love this that's her favorite color, and I love it too.
And I really thought the pink was my favorite color, and then I thought the green was my favorite color, but this was my favorite color.
This one was her favorite color. So, but I'll get a picture inserted.
We just had a coworker walk in, Susie.
We have a friend that came in to knit with us. She doesn't want to be on the podcast, but she's just gonna
come say hi
and knit.
Okay, come say hi. This is Susie. She knits with us.
She sits right next to me too. We're not on the same team, but she sits
they share a wall. So this is Susie.
Hello.
This is the world.
This is everybody.
Wow.
Oh. But I did steal your sock.
Oh, good. So she has something to knit on. You can knit on my mama's sock. So I have a few finished objects. So the only whip I have are these socks. But I do want to start.
It's not the only whip you have. It's the only whip you're working on.
Yeah, correct. Okay. Sorry. Yes,
Bring
correct.
me out there.
It's the only whip I'm working on is this.
Okay.
But I do want to pull out an old whip like I did with Paige's hat or whatever. I do have some yarn wound to do Paige's socks next. These are the Gryffindor color. This is Biscotti yarn that I bought from Biscotti online. And I have it in a matching bag. It's an awesome granny bag, of course. But I always have a matching bag. So I'm working on the Germany socks, and I will start working on those. And then I have some finished.
Go ahead and do your finished objects.
Okay. I finished Paige's hat. I could probably put it on. She wanted it really pretty slouchy.
Did you block it?
No, I haven't blocked it yet. I just put it on the glass head to take a picture. But I'm sure she'll love it.
I'm sure she will too.
So,
when you block it, that'll make it more slouchy.
Yeah, it will make it more slouchy, and you'll be able to see the pattern better. But I have not blocked it. But Darlene blocked Paige's cowl for me, which was fabulous. I haven't even woven in the ends. I have a picture of me wearing it that I'll insert.
I really want to make Shallow one of those.
So again, Paige saw this cowl. Somebody on Instagram had made it with this exact yarn. So it's actually a scarf pattern, which I'll insert the pattern in the show notes. And all these, patterns will be in the show notes. And then I found some of the yarn. It's discontinued. I found some on eBay, and I think I found one on Ravelry. So I got some of the yarn, and I got this finished. And then I finished the Harry Potter socks that we were working on at the last podcast.
Those are pretty. I like those.
So
Casey was weed eating. That's what happened.
That's what that bloody leg picture was. I was weed eating a while back to yard work. I hate weed eating. And I have this electric weed eater, and my arms get tired. I'm not in that great of shape, so my arms get tired, and then like the next day they're super sore. But I was weed eating once. My leg didn't look anywhere near that bad. But that stuff kicks back and hits you. And I had a bruise on my calf that was like this big around for over a week. It like turned yellow and purple, and just because that stuff flies out and hits you so hard. But anyway, I hope he has first aided it.
Nothing's hanging off, so he's fine.
Okay, it's not hanging off. Not to be.
Oh. Well, I brought a lot, as you can see. I was like gathering things up this morning. So this is a whip I want to start. Well, it's not a whip then. I want to start it for Shyla, because I can't get enough of black hats.
It's her favorite color.
But it's the Ricky hat, and I want to start. I may get it started and take it on vacation.
It'll be a nice.
Last year I took 5 things on vacation. This year I'm going to take only 2.
That's good.
So
that's good.
So I'm not sure what I'm going to take. I know I want to take this, but I may.
That hat will be nice.
It will be, because it'll be an easy.
But you don't want an only black thing to work on.
No, I don't, because I love black. Love me some black. So, and then here's Shannon's sweater. I'm over half done with the back.
It looks great.
So I just, I hope Shannon don't watch the podcast, but I think this sweater is a part of the reason that I'm in kind of a knitting slump, is because
you've made 2 of them.
Yeah, and I just don't enjoy working on it. So, I have to like make myself work on it, because I just don't enjoy it, and
I understand.
And it's not the pattern, and it's not the yarn. I think it's a combination of the pattern and the yarn. And I've already made 2 of these, and these are men's size sweaters.
Yeah, they're big.
It
takes a lot.
And I told him, I said, Shannon, if this one don't fit, you got to go to shopping, because I'm not making another one. Because if I can't make the second one fit him, what makes me think I can make a third one fit him?
I completely agree. Completely agree.
So I just hope it fits him, because I want him to have a sweater, and I also know myself well enough to know that if it don't fit him, I will probably end up making another one, and I don't want to make another one.
Maybe if it don't fit him, and let's just pray it does fit him, but maybe if it don't fit him, we just pick a different pattern.
Maybe.
Because you just need something
maybe
else.
the Ranger or something, because Bruce actually loves his Ranger. He wears it every day.
My father and my sister love their Ranger.
So
I'd like to make myself one.
I would too.
I was thinking of even making my mama one, because I have some Malabrigo Rios in like a beige colorway. Can't think of the name of it. Sandbank or something like that. I know Darlene has that yarn also, and I don't know what I'll make her.
We should do that. No, for you and I, we should. If we make each other, we have all of that Rios. We ought to make ourselves one.
We should.
And that's such a nice pattern. I really like that pattern.
It is a nice pattern.
So I started a new shawl.
It's beautiful.
Started a new shawl, the Starting Point shawl, and I actually didn't buy yarn for this. I got this yarn last year to make the Andrea Mowry
Freer fade.
No. It was
the mystery fade.
Yeah, that mystery triangle-y thing.
With the brioche and everything. I think we showed the pictures. This is Dion's.
This is Evil Little Goat.
Evil Little Goats.
And it's really pretty yarn, and so whenever I decided I wasn't going to finish the Andrea Mowry thing, I pulled it all out, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with this yarn, But I knew I wanted to do something with it because it's really pretty yarn.
Feels good.
So I pulled my bag out the other day and cast this on, and I'm gonna not use one color, but I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate a sixth color instead of having just 5 colors, so I can use all of this yarn. So
that'll be good.
But so I got that going.
I like this.
I like it too. I mean, it looks kind of sloppy to me because I'm doing it on size 8s. But we did our last one on size 8s. But this yarn, since it's singles or whatever, it's a little thinner. But I'm not starting over.
It looks great.
Well, thank you.
My brown in my starting point was a single ply.
Was it?
Well, it's a Madeline single ply.
So I don't think you may have seen this. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not. But I started this last year whenever we finished our mystery Find Your Fade. Okay, so at that time I enjoyed it so much. I had Bruce pull me. I think we talked about it. I had Bruce pull me a whole bunch of other skeins that I had never seen before, and I started another one. Well, then I didn't work on it at all for months and months and months until I finished this one, and then I pulled it back out. So I have that.
Wow.
And it is really pretty. I really like it.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I have seen this.
You've seen it, haven't you, Susie? You saw it when I first started it.
Yes, that's beautiful.
So I just think that so far, the colors are just amazing. I tell you, for somebody that's colorblind, he really did good.
He did do good. I think it looks amazing. I love it. I'll insert a picture. What color are you on? Are 4?
4.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looks fabulous.
And I just love how this green and this turquoise, this green matches that green perfect.
I'll try and get a picture of that. There's like little specks of this green in this turquoise.
The only thing I wish that all of the yarn was this cashmere Dreaming Color Smooshy. Because, oh my gosh.
I do like that yarn. Oh. I have some of that yarn.
And then this is Brazen Stitchery. That's what this is.
She's in Texas, Brazen Stitchery.
Then this one is a whip. This is a whip yarn. These two are Dreaming Color with cashmere. And then this is Brazen Stitchery. So, but I think it's so pretty. It's like you can't have too many Find Your Fades, you know.
It's beautiful. I love Find Your Fade patterns.
I really it and Starting Point are my favorite shawl patterns, I think, because they're really wearable.
And she does wear them all the time.
I do. And then the only other thing I have is something I don't even remember how to do. And
nothing like not remembering how to do something.
Yep. And that's this pattern. I haven't a clue how to work on it.
Oh, I need to get back to mine too. This is the Augusta Shaw that we're crocheting. And I think we do like...
Isn't it double crochet into each of these?
Into each of these whole things.
Two double crochets into each space, right?
And then the middle one gets 4.
Yeah. I haven't worked on it in so long.
I'm pretty sure it's a free pattern. I'm not like giving away any like trade secrets. But it's crocheted with this beautiful... I'm going to pull mine out tonight, I think.
I may work on mine tonight because I would really love to get to a color change. And Rosanna finished hers, and it was just beautiful. So, but that's all I have. Uh-oh.
Did you just get yarn in there in the zipper?
It was the tail. Oh, look down on that.
We have a winner. We did a drawing. So we had the cow that started this year, or it started like December 30th, or I don't even remember when it started because it's been quite some time. And it was the first ever Knitters Got a Knit cow, and I did from 2 to 197 in the finished objects post, and the winner was number 121, Hooked for Life, Tania.
Yay!
It's a beautiful picture of Harvest. We know this lady. It's a beautiful picture of her daughter wearing a scarf that she finished. And sorry for the crinkling, but I didn't want to take it out. You have the chicken bag with the skein of Wool Miza yarn.
It's awesome.
In the yellow and green
I'm glad
colorway.
she won that.
So Tania, contact me. Let me know if you want me to mail this to you, or if you just want me to bring it in July. We're seeing Tania in July for Lake House retreat. So we have that, and then we did have people tell us that they wanted to do another cow.
Oh, really?
Okay. So maybe we should open like a vote or a poll as to what kind of cow you guys want to do. I'll open up a voting or a poll to see if you guys just want to do like whips, if you want to make something where we all do the same thing, or do something
I
where
have
we all
a
do
fade
the
and the starting point started. I vote for one of those.
She's voting for the whips. Or if you want to do like a subject matter like all hats or all scarves or all shawls or all socks, or if you want to do a certain type of yarn, anything with worsted or anything with, you know, fingering, or, you know, I don't know. We'll just put a couple of choices out there and I'll start a poll in a separate thread and see what you guys want to do. And then I think that's all we have, with the exception of shop news.
Yep.
So we appreciate everybody. Oh, I did work on my temperature blanket.
Oh, I did too.
But we didn't bring it to work, so we'll have to insert some pictures here.
Yep.
Of
And
our
mine looks
temperature
just like
blankets.
hers. So.
Yeah, they look. And we're finally hitting those 100 degree temps, so the colors are starting to change. I finally hit red, and
I'm glad too. I was tired of doing orange and green, orange and green, orange and green every day.
now we got
So.
some red, and hopefully we'll hit like some cranberry or aubergine purple or something. I'm not sure what the next colors are, but that will be exciting. So anyway, we know this isn't the longest podcast, and it's pretty short actually for having gone a whole month, but hopefully both of us will be out of our funk pretty soon and have lots more knitting to do.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So if you don't want to hang out for shop news, thanks for checking us out, and we'll see you on June 20th.
June 20th. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. So I had 3 new bags this past week, but I only have 2 of them because I didn't have the third one made. It's selling really good. It's the wizard hat one.
Oh, really?
And
I love that one.
I still have some of that material. I just didn't have one made, but it is really a nice bag. I mean, the material is a real nice weight material, and I really like it. It's doing really well. So the other one is, and this is a good bag. This is thick material, and it's sheet knitting
with polka dots. I'll insert pictures.
And this one is my favorite one. I love this bag. This is, I call these serious sheep because they look serious.
They do look kind of serious.
But I love that bag. I love the gray with the little pink noses, and I just think it's the cutest thing.
I think my favorite would probably be the wizards, but I'm a Harry Potter fan, and she's not so much.
It was funny when I bought the material. Bruce said, "It's not Halloween. Why are you buying witches' hats?" I'm like,
they're wizards.
They're not witches. They're wizards. It's like, oh, sorry, you know. So,
like there's this huge distinction.
Yeah, but you know, it's funny, you know, that we have over the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, we have sold a ton of Halloween bags.
Wow.
I mean, Halloween, people just love Halloween, and
You know what? Susan from Desert Vista Dye Works, I think, just released her Halloween sock yarns.
Really?
Uh-huh. You know, so you can like order them now and buy them, and then you have the yarn to knit in October.
Huh.
I mean, I know
because it takes her so long to get her orders out.
It does take her
But it's
longer.
just the weirdest thing. Bruce is like, why are people buying Halloween bags in
June?
And then and I don't know what the significance of this is. There probably isn't any. You know, it's just coincidence, I'm sure. But if I was to tell you the country that we sell the most Halloween bags to, hands down is Australia.
Wow, that is interesting.
I know. I don't know why. So,
that just fascinates me.
I know, me too. So it's like, if you know why Australia loves Halloween, let us know, because I mean, we probably the majority of the Halloween bags I've ever sold is to people in Australia.
Okay, I don't mean to show my ignorance, but isn't Halloween only an American holiday? I mean, it's not a holiday.
I don't think so. Undoubtedly, it's not. I don't know.
So-
If anybody knows that, let us know, because
I thought it was a stupid American thing, but maybe they
Susie,
celebrate
do you
that
know?
everywhere.
I don't know.
Do they do it in Mexico?
No, not really Halloween. They just do the Day of the Dead. So
okay.
they have more of the sugar skulls.
Sugar
when they
skulls
come
from
out.
Mexico. All right, well, you guys let us know. Put it
we
in
would
the show
we
notes.
would really
we'd
love to know the answer to that, you know. And
Comment below or put it in the show notes. I have no idea. I
just
thought
think-
it was a USA thing, but apparently it's not.
I mean, I have sold Halloween
or
bags.
they just enjoy all the Halloween fabrics and stuff.
Maybe so, but
Oops.
it says countries: Ireland, Canada, United States.
She's Googling it.
Yeah, I am, and
Just
I
checking
won't keep looking. But if y'all know, let us know, because I think it's just really interesting that, you know, I mean, I've sent Halloween bags to London, to the UK, and I've sent them to, you know, Canada. You know, they're just Americans across the border. I'm sorry, Canada people, but
We love you, Canada.
we do. We love you, Canada.
I have a lot
But
of friends in Canada,
I do
actually.
too. I do too. But I mean, I just think it's interesting that Australia buys so many Halloween bags.
That is very interesting
You know,
to me.
I would like to know, you know, if, yeah, I would just be curious on what other countries' take is on Halloween.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
but that's all I have.
All right. Well, that's all I have too.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye.